The legislative session in Nashville is now over. Since the beginning of January, we have been covering the Capitol and the ripple effect it will have in East Tennessee. Many bills are on Governor Bill Lee's desk waiting for his signature. As we wind down from the legislative session, here's a few highlights from this year.
I got to get emotional talking about it, but we didn't ask for anything, and pretty much our costs were covered by just donations.
Before the session began, people across East Tennessee were asking lawmakers to step up and provide relief after Helene destroyed parts of the state. Governor Bill Lee announced the General Assembly would meet at the end of January for a special session. 3 issues were to be discussed, including disaster relief for Helene victims. One bill passed created 2 funds to support recovery efforts. Another bill would give funds to people based on their taxes they might have on real estate and personal property that was damaged by the storm. Lastly, lawmakers passed a bill that would help emergency crews respond to disasters faster. During the special session, lawmakers also passed Governor Bill Lee's school voucher program. This program will use public funds to pay for private school tuition. The plan will allocate scholarships of $7,000 public dollars to 20,000 students to use for private school tuition. The bill would also give a one-time $2,000 bonus to public school teachers. Supporters of the bill say it is a way to improve school choice. Those against the bill say it does not cover the entire cost for some scholarships, lacks options for students with disabilities, and puts private schools first. Families can start applying for these scholarships next month to use for the upcoming school year.
The fact that we're taking additional funds and giving parents options while being fiscally responsible, I think the state legislature is doing that. They've come up with a very smart way.
The way it's written, there is funding that comes to the school districts, but it's just for 2 years. And after that, any loss created by this bill is going to be incurred by our county commissions.
During the special session, Knox County Board of Education's chair spoke in favor of the school voucher plan. Her support of the voucher contradicts with a majority of her fellow school board members who are skeptical or opposed to the governor's plan to expand vouchers.
We can support both public schools and school choice. We cannot allow another year to pass without giving every family this freedom. Our children are only young once and cannot afford to wait.
Since then, Betsy Henderson is facing criticism and talks to step down from her position. Right now, there is a petition out for a recall vote on Henderson. The person in charge of the petition would need thousands of signatures to get it on the ballot. It wouldn't go before voters until 2026. Another bill that challenged a Supreme Court decision stalled before the session ended. The undocumented students bill would give school districts across the state the power to charge tuition or deny an education to students who aren't legally U.S. citizens. During the legislative session, multiple students went to the Capitol to challenge the bill.
I am the son of immigrant parents that have shown me to respect and value everyone. Just like me and all the kids in this country, we have the right to dream and make those dreams come true. The right to an education should not be taken away from us because of our immigration status.
The bill that would deny students from enrollment challenges a 1982 Supreme Court decision that says states cannot deny undocumented students access to public schools.
We're not talking about immigrants, we're talking about illegals. There is a distinct difference. 14th Amendment, both Section 1 and Section 4 help us understand that. There is no greater act of rebellion in these United States than illegally coming across that border.
Democratic lawmakers and teachers expressed their concerns over this bill, what it would mean for students' free education rights, and what it would mean for families who have made the volunteer state their home. A bill that was passed on the last day of the session is named after a 13-year-old girl from East Tennessee. Savannah Copeland was killed on a public trail last year in Powell. 15-year-old Malachi Harris is accused of stabbing her to death after asking her to meet at the trail early in the morning. This bill increases funding for child advocacy centers. If signed into law, it would dedicate more than $4 million every year to child advocacy centers. The centers provide essential services for child victims of abuse, neglect, and trauma.
This is not a finish line. This should be a starting point. There is so much that needs to be done, and I do believe wholeheartedly that if we can provide the necessary mental health, particularly with children who have suffered traumas of some kind at early ages. We need to get to them at early ages, and we need to give their family members support.
State Senator Becky Massey from Knoxville sponsored the bill and said while the need for services has grown, funding has not. The sale of THCA products was effectively banned statewide. The bill on Governor Lee's desk would ban the sale of products with THC content of more than 0.3%. Lawmakers want to also create a three-tier system similar to alcohol regulations. Advocates say the change will move money and business out of the state.
None of this ever makes any sense, you know. It's like we're always backtracking instead of going ahead. So, you know, it's just sad and ridiculous. So.
There are around 2,000 hemp businesses in Tennessee employing thousands of people. The bill would also impact hemp farms. For a full breakdown of the legislative session, from bills that did not pass or conflicts inside the Capitol, you can read about it on our website, WBIR.com.